forget to like and subscribe.
And hit the notification bell
so we can go to college and get more knowledge.
Well, that's the author of the fucking white paper. I don't know if they flipped a coin, threw straws to say who wrote it. But if you want to know which one it was, run some authoring software against it, because everybody involved, especially Dr. Beck, had written dozens of technical papers. Let me give you some clues. In Satoshi's white paper, every word that has dual spellings for American and British English is British. Every sentence is followed by 2 spaces. Now that's a minority choice in most papers, but 2 spaces. Now, there are only 2 of the accused who were British, and only one of those has 2 spaces in every one of his papers. Figure it out, people. It'll take you 15.
Welcome back in the place to be with the CBDC Assets Group. Thank you guys for being a part of the group. This one, Edward Snowden, former NSA whistleblower, blowing some whistles on some crypto projects. And this is just to show you guys that things aren't always what they seem. I spoke with a guy today. He was telling me about a crypto project, and I was like, dude, I never even heard of it, man. It's just, you really have to read the white paper and understand what these people are trying to do, and understand the network that they're built on, what it's capable of, and what's most likely. And if you don't invest. Anybody, you can invest whatever you want. You feel comfortable losing, it's up to you. But there's just something to be said about reading a little bit. And no disrespect to this guy. He was an amazing guy. He's knowledgeable, but that's my job, is to tell people about the wonderful opportunity that's ahead of us, and how you can get right, or you can get left into the CBDC project and be stuck forever. So my focus is the people who could possibly be stuck forever on a CBDC or a universal basic income. That's the point of the group. People who need to be woken up and recognize what's coming at them. So the gentleman was cool, and I just explained the utility aspect of crypto, which is hard for a lot of people to wrap their mind around. So remember, what problem does your crypto solve? What solution does it have? What do they offer? What do they promise? And this is where you're going to find the value in your asset. Now, I always say read white paper, and what I explained to this gentleman today is that you have to really recognize and comprehend the language that's being used on these white papers. Most of them say, stop me if you've heard this before, most of them say, we're an experimental project that's trying to see if we can be a community-based financing for whatever, enter some technology, quote some partnership, and say, man, see, we're doing moves. Like, part of what's happening right now is a bait and switch. And the point is to separate you from your money. And if you really dig down deep into it, a lot of it has to do with baby boomers. They have the most wealth of any generation, and they're all getting ready to retire, to pass away, or pass on the inheritance to somebody else. So this is part of the reason why there's a large push to separate people from that. They always want to separate people from money, but there's a large push right now to separate people from massive amounts of money. So on this one, I'm going to focus on a couple of the things that could be sketchy in crypto, to show you things, how they operate, so you can be informed to make your decision. Because once again, I'm in the store talking to a group of people about the opportunity of generational wealth. That's why I started my crypto channel. It's not just crypto I'm talking about, but the reason I started is because I was given a mission to tell this. I feel a duty to share with people who need it, who are good people, and who are willing to listen and are ready to be ahead of the curve. So thank you all for being a part of the curve. Thank you for being a part of the group. Thank you for seeing what's coming around the corner before everybody else. Dang, I look swole. Dang, I'm swole up in there. It's a nice little cut. Okay. Excuse my vanity. I'm just being real, man. I like to laugh. So I hope you guys enjoy this. Know what you hold, and utility is value. I hope you guys enjoy it. I'll see you on the next one.
A lot of people, and I don't want to name names, but Solana are taking good ideas and they're just going, well, what if we just centralized everything? It'll be faster, it'll be more efficient, it'll be cheaper. And yeah, sure, it is. You're right. But nobody's using it, but for like meme coins and scams. Because if anybody puts anything significant on it, and then all the states begin moving towards it, it's going to be a system that has levers that people can simply just take from you. You have to be thinking for the adversarial case, as opposed to the convenient, easy, early case. I mean, that's uncomfortable for like a lot of these founder mode people who are like, oh no, we need the minimum viable product, this, that, and the other.
So as I'm going over the coins that I'm going to show for this video on how things can be fishy, I realized I might as well just show my process. That'd probably help people a little bit better. So here's what I'm going to do. Here's Solana. This is the coin that Edward Snowden was talking about. And you can see the market capitalization, the volume, how much is moved, all these different things, the total supply, and here it says it's on the 1 day, but all time. And this will give you a more accurate representation. But what I really want to show you is this. Whitepaper.io Solana. Solana's new architecture for a high performance blockchain. It's a fast, secure, and censorship-resistant blockchain, providing an open infrastructure required for a global adoption. Censorship-resistant blockchain? Nothing in this white paper should be treated or read as a guarantee or a promise of how Solana business or the tokens will develop, or of the utility of value of the tokens. Off the top, don't hold us liable. We're not legally responsible. Okay. So, legal disclaimer. Let's check out another white paper. Here we go. The Telcoin white paper. All these documents, all these different charts, and a lot of information. But it took me to read to the second page to know that it was some bullshit. Here's why. It's an updated version. It's not even the real one. The real one is the first one. This is an updated version. It represents a number of revisions based on community feedback. So their mission statement changes based on what the community feels. Cautionary note on forward-looking statements. Contains forward-looking statements. A forward-looking statement is a statement that does not relate to historical fact and event. Forward-looking statements are based on the analysis of forecasts of future results and estimates of amounts not yet determinable or foreseeable. These statements appear in a number of places in the white paper. In many cases, but not all, forward-looking statements can be identified by forward-looking terms, such as aim, believe, could, estimate, expect, intent, may not, outlook, plan, possibility, potential, probability, project, risk, seek, should, target. Okay, maybe they're just being cautious, right? But what about all this stuff? Telcoin's actual results may vary materially from those currently anticipated. Potential risk and uncertainties include without limitation. This is wild. This is why you have to read the white papers. Its ability to develop and launch the Telcoin platform. Risk associated with meeting users' expectations, the functionality of the Telcoin platform. So right there, they're not promising you functionality at all. Risk associated with the compromise of users' credentials. This is page 2. They tell you up front. It's just, and listen, I'm going to invest in something. I'm not going to invest in a concept. I'm going to invest in the proven technology with real world use. So, just to show you I'm not biased and why I'm such uh, a, a hawk on XRP, here we go. White paper, IO, XRP. Let's check it out. View the document. Introduction. Interest in research in a distributed consensus system has increased markedly in the past years, with the central focus being on distributed payment networks. Such networks allow for fast, low-cost transactions which are not controlled by a central source. While the economic benefits and drawbacks of such a system are worthy of much research in and of themselves, this work focuses on some of the technical challenges that our distributed payment system must face. These problems are varied. We group them into 3 main categories: agreement and utility. Correctness, agreement, and utility. By correctness, we mean that that it is necessary for a distributed system to be able to discern the difference between a correct and fraudulent transaction. It's necessary for the system to be able to discern. See the language. Nowhere on here does it talk about concepts. And they went as far as to troubleshoot things of a nefarious cartel being able to thwart consensus. Ripple Labs would like to acknowledge all of the people involved in the development of the Ripple protocol consensus algorithm, specifically Arthur Brittle for his work on the transaction sets, Chad McCaleb for the original Ripple protocol consensus concept, and David Schwartz for his work on the failure to agree is agreement to defer aspect of consensus. Ripple Labs would like to acknowledge Noah Young for his efforts preparing and reviewing this paper. References: dude who created Bitcoin,